create more storage space with the Homer 3-drawer flat pack from HK. Well, why flat pack? Well, it's affordable, it's easy to assemble, and with this modern design, it makes a very bold statement. And with all the hardware included, it's so easy to assemble. In fact, you know what? Come with me and I'll take you through these quick steps. Building a flat pack is much easier if you're working where you have space. To avoid scratching the unit, I've placed a rug underneath. Start by taking all the pieces out of the packaging and spend a few minutes reading through the detailed assembly instructions. The supplied hardware and the panels are all labeled and they correspond to the manual. It makes it so simple to put together. The only tool you'll need is a Phillips screwdriver. Set all the pieces aside and keep panel numbers 1, 5, and 6 with you. Onto these, attach the magnetic spring-loaded clips P9 using the small P5 screws and slide the clip P8 onto the bracket. So you can now attach the runners, and as you can see here, they have stamped labels on them. C is for the cabinet, D is for the drawer, and obviously L and R are left and right. So on panel 2, you will attach the CL runners, and panel 3 takes the CR runners. The runners are attached using the small P5 screws, and you should have 3 runners per side. Just a friendly note here is that we're actually building the cabinet upside down and we'll flip it later. We can then join the sides using panel 4 along the rear and panel 5 along the center. Press the P2 cam locks into place, but make sure the mark faces the hole. These can be adjusted using the Phillips screwdriver. Then screw the P1 cam screws into the holes of the side panels. You may need someone to help hold the panels in place while you secure everything. Insert the cam screw and turn the cam lock 180 degrees. These pull the panels together and form a secure join. So the structure is coming together. And I must say, the manual makes it very, very easy. Now remember, we are working upside down. The next step is to slide panel number 16 into the slots. I'm then going to put the dowel rods on each side, give them a good press, and put the baseboard number 6 on top and secure with the P7 screws. Just make sure that the slot on the backboard has seated itself into the groove of the panel. We can now turn the cabinet over and insert the second back panel. Put the dowel rods on each side and put the cam locks into the 2 holes on either side. And then the cam screws onto the left and right outer edges of panel 1, which is the top. Place the top in place and ensure the rear panel is in the groove, and lock the 4 cam locks. So we've just finished the frame. Now I'm just going to quickly show you how to build the feet section. Now as you can see, we've got 4 steel parts. 2 of them have holes, 2 don't. The ones that have holes will be mounted onto the cabinet. The ones that don't will be at the top part. So let me show you how to quickly put it together. Just be aware of the orientation in relation to the sides when assembling, and join together with the P11 longer screws. Join the side parts to the longer lengths. You'll notice I'm turning the legs to be able to use the flat floor surface when putting the screws in. Once you have the rectangular frame built, attach the frame to the base of the cabinet with the P10 screws. I find it easier to put all the screws in by hand first before tightening. And move on to assembling the drawers. These are made up of parts 9, 10, 11, and 13, and are held together by the P3 screws. Slide the drawer base into place with the decorative side upwards, and place a cam lock into the center support, as well as the sides of the drawers. The structure of the drawer is almost done. It's time now to put the drawer runners. Now remember, I did tell you earlier that they are labeled differently. The DL goes on the left and the DR obviously on the right. A handy tip here is just make sure that the wheel is at the back. You can't go wrong if you do that. Secure the runners with the small P5 screws. There are 2 on each side. And build 3 of these drawer frames. Next would be to grab the drawer fronts and screw in the cam screws. 2 on each side and 1 in the middle. And the P16 steel plate with the small P17 screws. This makes contact to the magnetic latch. Then, by laying the drawer on its back, simply attach the drawer front and lock the cam locks. You'll notice that 2 of the drawer fronts are labeled 14 and 1 is labeled 17. The 17 is the lower drawer. Now, as you can see that we've got 2 latches here at the top, and this one is mounted at the bottom. So the clips on the drawers themselves are also different. These 2 have got clips at the top, and this one has got a clip at the bottom, which means this will be the bottom drawer. To put the drawers in, simply tilt it upwards and push the drawer into place. It's as simple as that. An easy assembly, ample storage space, and a beautiful design are the 3 main reasons why this is a big win for me, and maybe for you too. Now, I've done a couple of other videos where I show you how to assemble other flat packs in the range, all of which the descriptions are below. Now remember, Builders stocks a range of furniture options both in-store or online at builders.co.za. And for more videos like this, check out the blog on the website. Get to Builders, get it done.